All right, so when we heard this morning's guests, we just knew we'd have to bring them in.
Yeah, Mecca Bodega, you guys have traveled all over the world. You, of course, have been at Woodstock, Lollapalooza here. You've just gotten back from Australia. And you two are brothers, which I'm fascinated with. You've grown up together. You've been creative together. Any sibling rivalry?
No, but our parents probably have lack of hearing from the times that we played together.
And we should introduce you. It's Paul Mueller, Mark Mueller, and Joe B.
Yeah.
Explain to people how you got the name Mecca Bodega and how you would describe your music.
It was a name of a song that we had years ago. We needed a name of a band, so we just made that our name, Mecca Bodega. And I think what we do is based around sound and rhythm. So we use different percussion instruments from around the world and put them together where they normally wouldn't be put together and make music that way, original music.
Yeah, you guys have done television, you've played at Lincoln Center, but you sort of thrive on being part of everyday life at Grand Central and on the street and in the subways and so forth. What's that like for you, and what is the process like? People may think you just show up, but it's really not that way, is it?
No, there's an organization called Music Under New York, and there's an audition process that once a year, and you get a permit so you can get at some of the better spots around the city. So you call in every 2 weeks, you get your permit, and then you actually have that spot to set up at for about 3 hours, usually at some of the better spots.
Yeah, but why do it? If you can play in Lincoln Center and anywhere else, why do you want to play on the streets?
Because we can connect to everybody immediately and share the rhythm, share the love that we're trying to put out to New York.
All right, and we should mention Joe B. This is an international group. He is from the Ivory Coast, and why don't you show us what you got?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Okay. Let's go.
Mecca Bodega, very
That was
good.
fabulous.
I have to think, Joby and Mark, when I see you playing here, this sort of takes its toll on your hands, doesn't it? How do you take care of yourselves?
Tape.
Really? That's how you do it?
Duct tape and...
No hand massages at the Bliss Spa?
And we'll take them anywhere.
And you mentioned that it's sort of like stations of the world. You said these represent 3 different parts of the world.
Yeah, this instrument with the hammered dulcimer was originally from Persia. This is the American version of that instrument.
And this
This
is?
is a Middle Eastern doumbek.
Okay.
West African djembe, we call.
Well, I loved it. How do people find you? How do they get your music if they're not in New York?
They can go to our website, which is meccabodega.com, meccabodega.com.
Yeah, it really is amazing, isn't it, how the internet has allowed acts like yourselves to reach a worldwide audience? Yeah, does that surprise you, the number of people who log on, where you've heard from people?
The drums speak.
Yeah.
The drum speak.
It's also playing street music in the city of New York. You can also reach so many different people from around
Well, we're glad
the world.
that you reached our audience. It's Mecca Bodega, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You're watching World News Now.
And play us off.
Great.